I mean, come on. Okay, I was 100% not expecting to like these this much on this car. I think I might have to buy another set of these because these are originally for the 135, the 1M clone, but my tire guy came through today and I was like, let's just see what they look like on the car. I don't think I can take them off, dude. These look so good. All right, so first and foremost, let's talk a little bit about what I had to do and what I ordered to make all of this work the way it did so far. And then we'll also talk about what's gonna change in the future and how it's not quite where it needs to be. So the current tire setup on the car right now are the Toyo Proxies, and I have two 65 35 18 up front, two 85 35 18 in the rear. If you are unfamiliar with what wheels these are the BMW 513M wheels. I originally bought these from Straight Six Auto Group. They were used, I had them refinished, did a whole ceramic coating on them, and I'm going to use them on the 135 to 1M clone project because they fit really, really well on that car, but that car's not gonna be done for a little while. It's in the body shop, lots of work to do. But in the meantime, I was like, I might as well throw them on the E92 M3 because I really was not a fan of the all black Apex Arc 8s. Nothing wrong with those wheels, but we have done those so many times and I'm just over the all black theme. I wanted something a little bit more classic, and you cannot go wrong with forged BMW wheels, especially the 513Ms. These are just so good. So if you guys have watched all of the builds on this channel, I typically always run Michelin PS4Ss. Those are my go-to tires. The reason you don't see them on this car right now is because they are very expensive. They're nearly $400 per tire, and every year I order like 5 sets of them. Yeah, do the math. It's a lot of money on tires. And if you are not completely certain about the fitment or the tires that you want to run on your car, I think it's always a better idea to just go a cheaper route in the beginning until you find that exact tire spec you want. I really was not sure what tire setup or what size I wanted to run on this car. Being that these wheels are technically for the 1M clone, it was sort of like a gamble. So on the 1M clone, the 513Ms that we have right now with the 265s and the 285s, 35 all around, fit really, really good. I'm probably gonna have to run like a 5mm spacer front and back. Right now, as you guys saw in the video, I have 10mm up front spacer, 10mm in the rear. I don't love running spacers, but if that's what I have to do in order to run these wheels, then I'll go for it. I will say that the tire size is very good. I like this tire size. It's pretty chunky in the front. You have a little bit of poke when it comes to the actual tire itself, but I feel like a 255 would just be a little bit too skinny. So we're sticking with the 265. The rear right now I have a 285, but honestly, I would bump this up to a 295 on this car. We have a little bit of room, and I think it would also match the front a little bit better. One thing I do have to note is right now I am on a really garbage suspension setup. It's H&R Super Sport springs on completely blown Bilstein shocks. It has a ton of rake. It's dumped in the front, pretty high in the back. My KW V3s are on the way, and once those get in, we can really dial this in. It'll fit a lot better, look a lot better. But 10mm in the back and 10mm in the front is a pretty good setup. If you wanted it to be more flush, I would go ahead and do the 295 in the back, and I would run something like a 15mm spacer because you do have a little bit more room to put more tire back there on this chassis. The 1M clone was almost perfect without spacers, so I think with 5mm, we're gonna be right where we need to be, and I don't want that setup to be too aggressive. But yeah, we just need to like stop and appreciate how unbelievably good this car looks with these wheels. I was really looking forward to something with some contrast, being that these are now like the silverish, gunmetalish color that the 513Ms are with the Jerez black. It is such a cool color combination. It looks really freaking good. And honestly, this just brought the car to life. Like the all black just sort of meshed in, and it didn't look that good. And I think that this looks a million times better. Huge shout out to the guys over at Keys Motorsports for sending out the Motorsport hardware stud conversion kit. As always, I'll have all of this stuff linked down below. ECS Tuning supplied the spacers for me, and yeah, it all turned out really freaking good, dude. I'm so obsessed with these wheels, and I'm so happy it worked out on this car. This thing is super low right now because these are now a smaller profile. I was running a 40 tire all the way around on the Apexes, and it was just destroying the inside of the fender liners. I just replaced all the fender liners. They're brand new, so really I just wanted to get the Apexes off of the car as soon as possible, and I'm really glad I did. These look freaking amazing. amazing. So as for the all black ARC 8s that I have at home, I'm either just gonna sell them and get rid of them, or I'll have them refinished in silver. I'm not sure I need another set of ARC 8s around. I currently already have another set that's on the 135, and I just feel like I've done that wheel so many times. Time to do something different. But I don't know, you guys tell me, dude, what do you think about this setup? I think it's pretty difficult to dislike this combo. Like, it looks so good. It looks aggressive, but it also looks kind of classy. The silver with the black just goes so well. I think doing a 15 mil in the back with a 295 would be a little bit better in terms of fitment, but for right now, this is completely okay. There's no more rubbing anymore. And as you guys also saw, we coded out the TPMS sensors. That's the RDC module that I unplugged, and then I used Beamer code to code it out. I did the same thing on my 135. I don't use TPMS sensors. I don't like having them. I've ran into issues with them in the past just malfunctioning, and I didn't want to deal with them anymore, so I just decided to code them out of my cars. It's just way easier that way. But yeah, you guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Tell me what you think of these wheels on this car, bro. I just think they look so good, man. I am obsessed with them, and low-key considering buying another set for both cars so I can just run these on both cars. They're just so good. And they have a good amount of concavity to them. Like, it's just pretty amazing to me that these are an OEM BMW wheel. Like, they look better, in my opinion, than the majority of OEM BMW wheels out there. I'm really not a huge 66M fan. The 763M wheels, I think, are pretty sick, but they're a little too flat. Like, they don't have a whole lot of concavity to them. I think if you were to go that route, the VS5 RSs by Apex are the better option because of the actual concavity and fitment. But yeah, out of the box, man, these things are just phenomenal. They look so good. So yeah, we're gonna 100% stick with these for a while. I just think they're too good to take off, and I'm so in love with them. But hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. If you're interested in buying any of the products that you saw in today's video, I'll have them linked down below. But as always, I appreciate your support, and that'll wrap this one up. I'll see you in the next one.